Hello again, everybody. As you guys know, I've taken some time off. I guess from the title of the video, you know why. But if you need a reminder, we've had a few changes. So far, it's been one of the coolest things ever, and it's honestly indescribable. On July 18th, after 30 hours of labor, we had our baby girl. I want you guys to meet Gabriella Kaye. This is my little daughter. This is Gabriella. Say hi, Gabriella. Say hi, Gabriella. Oh, yeah. Clutch, I know. Oh, can we get those eyes open? Can we get those little eyes open? Oh, there it is. Oh! Hey. Yeah, you think so? So, yeah, she's very asleep right now. Shush, bud. This is kind of cool. The dogs are super, super good with her. Sometimes dogs get jealous, but they're not. She's very asleep, which is fine, because we have learned that that's been, like, the best part. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. You want to hold her? Yeah. Clutch, are you serious? He wants the spotlight. Jealous. No, he's not. He just wants the spotlight. Get off of here. Baby girl, you have no idea how many people love you already. Oh my gosh. A couple weeks ago, Victoria had what they call false labor, and so she was actually having contractions 5 minutes apart, and we thought she was actually having the baby. And It turns out we were at the hospital for like 4, 5, 6 hours, and they sent us back home because she wasn't like dilated or whatever. Between then and when the baby was actually born, I just took the time off because the last thing I wanted was her water to break and me be, you know, arms deep in the Evo or the R33 or something, have to take a 15-minute shower before we headed to the hospital. So I did take some time off. Obviously, I know you guys are fine with that. She has the prettiest little eyes.
She's got such pretty eyes.
And she got the cute, look at this. It's a mini version of me, but it's like these little feet. This is crazy. Little tiny hands. Let me show you guys a picture of me as a baby and her as a baby. It's like, it is so crazy, guys. If you guys have kept up in the last couple of years, obviously it's been kind of a wild ride trying to have a child because we've had 2 miscarriages, and it was just like, between that and all of the COVID stuff, there was just so much fear and anxiety that something would happen again to this baby. And so like, it's kind of a huge breath of fresh air that she's here.
Yeah.
So she likes when I play guitar for her. A lot. That's about it so far. She just eats and poops and sleeps. Babies are actually way easier than I thought. A lot of people,
they're easier than puppies, for sure.
People make babies seem like the craziest like ordeal in the world. But literally, dude, all they do is suck on a boob and then they just sleep. And then their cry is so cute. It doesn't even matter. Oh, there's little feet. It is crazy. Just my little baby. Look, she's got my thighs. She's got my thighs. We told the world about you with a big burnout. Look, this is how I told everybody. You want to see it? No. We probably should talk a little bit about the process because it was nuts.
Of conceiving her or having her?
No. That's on a need-to-know basis.
Mommy and Daddy loved each other very much.
Something I will say is one of the things I am incredibly thankful for on the channel is our sponsors, because it pays for our baby and amongst other cool stuff. But I wasn't gonna do one on this video, but it seems so fitting. I was sleeping on hospital beds for 3 nights. Well, I wouldn't say sleeping. I got 2 hours of sleep in about 3 days.
And they weren't even hospital beds. I think they were worse than hospital beds.
They were like the cots with springs, beds and sheets made out of paper, and then stuff like that. There was no other feeling, whether or not I was waking up every couple hours or not, being in my own bed again. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. This right here has been a lifesaver for like going to sleep. As you guys know, I've worked with a brand called Helix Sleep. We got this king size Helix Luxe. Boy, I can't, if there's anybody who can attest to a mattress being the key to good sleep, especially as of these last few weeks, it's me. Helix is an amazing brand. It's a company based completely online that has a huge selection of mattresses. All you gotta do is go to helixsleep.com/EvanShanks and you can take a quiz. They'll pick a mattress out that suits you. After the quiz, the coolest thing about all this is it is completely online. So they will actually ship the mattress to you in a box at no additional cost. Through magic, you just open the box and it just inflates. A really cool thing, is it 100 nights? Yeah. You get a 100 night sleep trial, where if you don't like the mattress, you get all of your money back and they cover shipping back to them. You won't want to ship it back, but it's a cool guarantee. If you go to helixsleep.com/EvanShanks, I can save you up to $200 and 2 free pillows on your first mattress. I'm just saying, after backache and pain and agony and not sleeping, my mattress was the one thing that kind of got me reset and back to normal. I think one of the weirdest things for me is it's so crazy to wrap my mind around birthing a child that's born into this. And she's gonna grow up thinking, oh, this is normal. And then one day I'm gonna start dropping her off at school and she's gonna be like, why does everybody drive minivans? I thought everybody had loud cars that, you know, made 700, 800 horsepower, Dad. But something that's always honestly kind of like mind-boggled me. I always grew up, especially in college, I'm like, how am I gonna have a kid when I have a job this peculiar or like this odd? I couldn't wrap my mind around having, you know, a kid not having a 9 to 5 because it was so abnormal and like, but at this point in life, at this stage of life, it is what it is. I think it's gonna be really cool. And she's just gonna not know what's going on. She's gonna think all of it's just normal and one day we're gonna go to school and she's gonna be like, wait, whoa. So I guess we can give you guys some details about the 3 days we were at the hospital. Man, so we went to the hospital at Wednesday. We had to induce Victoria because she was coming up on her 40-week mark and they don't let you go past your due date anymore. And so we showed up on Wednesday night, and as soon as you are induced, that is technically when labor starts. Because like contractions, like the painful, like the big contractions and stuff will start. I don't know if you guys know this. If you guys have had babies before, you know that how absolutely bad the sleep quality is in a hospital. When you're there, nurses don't leave you alone. At least once an hour, somebody comes in the room, wakes you up, is fiddling down there and doing doing what they have to do. It's honestly horrible because they have to check on you at least once or at least every 2 hours. And so we get there, we're up all night because we don't know when the baby's coming. Like we have like this, I had this adrenaline rush. Yeah. And I also was just sitting in a chair and I wasn't like in a comfy bed or anything. So I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna, so I drank a Monster and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go to sleep. We're like, okay, this baby could come any second now. And so we checked the next morning and she's not like fully dilated yet or whatever. Wait till she was dilated. You can't have a baby till you're fully dilated. And so we sat there and it's just like this really tiring anticipation of like, when is my baby gonna be here? So at this point you're just like, I just wanna meet you. I'm here, I don't wanna be sleeping here. I just wanna meet you. At about 6 o'clock, her OB comes in and it was like, hey, let's have a baby. So we're like, oh cool, 6 p.m. the next day. So this is about 20 something hours later. We end up going till about 1 a.m. the next night. And keep in mind, she's had some cat naps here and there. I have not slept. And so I was like really tired, but as soon as it actually started happening, it was crazy. And so started pushing. Pushing's not the labor part. Labor is the whole part, but the pushing is like the very end that usually is the hardest. I don't know. I've had some pretty big poops in my life, but I've never pushed.
It's exhausting.
2 hours of that and out came little Gabriella. And I gotta be honest, dude, it was the craziest thing. I mean, I can't even describe the feeling of.
Your face was priceless.
I don't even know. I wasn't crying. I was maybe crying. I don't know.
No, you didn't cry at first.
No, but it was just like, oh my, that's it. Fresh out the womb, babies are pretty gross looking. Like, they are gross. A lot of people have gross babies for a long time, but every baby is gross, like fresh out the oven. And so I was like, I was kind of taken back. I'm like, okay, does she have any defects? Are we good? Like, you know, does she, whatever, this or that? Is she all of her limbs there? You know, so I'm like dad moding. But like, I don't know, I see her and I don't even know what to think, dude. It's like, oh my, this thing that you and I made is now in the world. It's like now she's ours.
What was so cool is like, obviously I can't see anything. And so I'm just watching his reaction. And there was a moment, like you could tell when he saw her, and it was just like this, I don't even know how to describe the look that you had. It was like this pure joy, like love. You're like, I don't even care what's going on, like that's my daughter. It was the sweetest thing ever.
But yeah, you see this and you're like, that is my daughter. And for the rest of my life, my job is like, I am hers. Like I am, I have to do everything in my power now to make sure this baby, you know, I don't know, so wild. Hearing her cry for the first time. Oh, and by the way, this whole time, she's not allowed to eat. So she went 30 hours with no food. So that was just like water, and then she had like an IV and stuff. So I mean, she was getting supplements. So I went to Whataburger at 4 a.m., got everybody some breakfast. I even got the nurse breakfast. And then it all started, and we went to the little suite. We had a suite so that nurses could come in and check on the baby. So you have to stay in a hospital at least 24 hours after you have birth. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do, and you have to make sure that her vitals are good, because birthing is very hard on women. It's tough. It was really crazy, and there was absolutely no good sleep that we got in the hospital, because it was nurses coming in once every hour on the top of the hour, and it was just like,
you're like trying to figure out the noises, like,
yeah,
what does that sound?
She's making this gargling sound, and it's like, oh, is she choking? No, I'm pretty sure that they just do that. Are her eyes open yet? She's just, see, this is it though. This is being a parent.
To a 5-day-old. People
lose their minds over like having, like they think that like having a child is the end of their life, but like really, I mean, this is the beginning. This is like such an amazing thing, and it's not hard as long as you're like, your heart is big enough, you know, to share love enough for a sweet little face like that. It's not been bad to just literally eat, sleep, and poop. With that being said, I'm taking this week off. You guys, by the time you guys are seeing this, I'm already back to it. And I've also hired Jaren for the summer. So Jaren is gonna be working for me, helping me around the shop and with the baby if we need to, but she's gonna be my videographer. She's gonna clean my cars and stuff, help me keep my shop organized, just be hanging out and doing stuff. I'm back to it officially. I'm trying to make sure that I had like 3 videos pre-filmed already that I have edited and stuff that are coming out. And then we're gonna get the super tuned, and Evo stuff is coming. Probably buying another car here in a sec, because I think I lost a bet to Twitter. I can't even explain to you. Like I was nervous, because it's like, what do you do with a freaking baby? And every baby's different, obviously, but there's one thing I can say. It has been the biggest blessing of life so far, and it is indescribable. You can't even, you can't say how amazing it is to be a dad or a mom or a parent. Words cannot describe. I have experienced a lot in life, and I think the biggest setback for a lot of people thinking like, oh, I can't ever have kids is for money. And I get that. Money is great. I love money. I'm gonna work my butt off to make a lot of money the rest of my life. I like it too. I've experienced money. I've experienced travel. I've experienced some really cool opportunities in places. And as cool as excess of money is, you obviously need money to live. There is nothing greater than this. Like family. I don't know. It sounds like Fast and Furious, like cringe movie lines, but I cannot describe to you the overwhelming joy I get with her sleeping on my chest. There's a lot of people in life that are gonna live selfish lives and that are just gonna wanna not have kids. Whether it's adopting or procreating, there's a lot of people that just wanna live their own life, and I hate that, because really the point of life is to live and learn and pour yourself into a new generation. And I get it, some people definitely shouldn't have kids. I know people that definitely I would not want to see them be parents. And I guess I get it, if you want to be the last of your lineage, that's fine. But man, I'm just gonna say to you right now, don't be scared of it. Especially if you're smart, if you're level-headed, and you have a big heart, then parenting is for you. But obviously don't have one like right now. Like, you should get married, establish yourself first, get a good job, like you can wait. Don't rush into it, but man, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. What I want to encourage you guys today with is to don't let the fear of your own selfishness, your own selfish desires get in the way. Don't let the fear of not being able to take all those vacations and not be able to buy yourself those things, because really that's not what life's about. You can still do that eventually. You just share it with the kid. You share it with a baby, and that's a beautiful thing. Oh, I just got it.
We can just stare at her all day.
I literally could. Are you opening your eyes? Gabs, Daddy? Oh, oh, she said no.
We're gonna get so many comments telling you not to wake a sleeping baby.
I am back, making content again, and we're gonna finally get my cars finalized, projects rolling, and I'm ready to get to like the drag strip or do something. We'll have Jaren here, we'll have a little bit of help at the shop, and we're gonna get things rolling. So I love you guys. I'm gonna be doing fatherly duties and get back to it. I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on. It helps me out a ton. Especially since I've taken this long break. YouTube doesn't like people who take breaks. You guys have an amazing day. Peace. Hey, I do have 2 videos for you. I know you might have watched them already, but if you haven't, make sure you watch them. Helps me out a ton. Also, make sure you subscribe and turn the notifications on. Peace. It's literally a little me and Victoria together. That's so nuts.